another in our series of playing over changes. For this particular series, we've used the song Bell Bottom Blues, which for those of you who aren't old enough to remember bell bottoms, it was to do with trousers, and they were sort of a type of flare, I think. A bit before my time, but not much. So we're taking real life sequences. It's not something that's just been made up or concocted to make a point or fabricate a point, worse still. So we've got C, we've got E7, we've got A minor, and we've got C7. So now what we need to do, we've got each of our 2 chord segments going. We need to start joining those together. Now, okay, we don't want to just be making endless videos about all the different permutations and all that stuff, because once you get the idea, it's yours to investigate. Very important. But there is another little side to this, or aspect to it, if you like, which comes into play as we get to the point where we're playing over the whole sequence or anywhere near it, and that is a question of balance. So if we've put a lot of colour, let's say in the first 4 bars of that sequence, or 4 measures if you prefer, or 4 chord changes more aptly for this particular song, then it may be that it works best to have a contrast later on. So that we were talking in the last video that okay, that's a relatively simple line, but we may want to go even simpler still and go back to the other example. If I've already preceded it by going, which would be our on the other hand, if we went from this and played something like okay, well, that's quite busy, but it's not as busy as the other one was. So the balancing overall complexity of what you play is another factor. So you think if I put a lot in at this point, that allows me maybe to play a very simple line later on. So I'm going to give you an example now, playing C to E7th to A minor to C7th. Okay, and again I'm going to see if I can try and balance this as much as I possibly can. Okay, very simple approach, haven't really used too much. Now let's balance it out with some other stuff. Another example. Don't always have to articulate the 7th every time. Again, you don't want to be getting away from one approach because you're a bit bored with it and replacing it with another approach which you're going to be bored with pretty shortly. Anyway, look, that's it for this video. In the last of this particular series, we're going to be looking at playing the whole sequence. And as you'll gather, this will be putting together some of our previous ideas and our knowledge, more importantly, and just thinking about getting a balance in the solo as a whole. Thanks very much for watching, and if you could click the subscribe button, that would be great. See you all in the next bit. Bye for now.